I have been watching a lot of custom CMF videos lately, where different creators imagine their own series. And if you've seen my channel, you probably know I'm a big fan of the classic LEGO games from the late 90s and early 2000s. These games feature a lot of original characters that were never actually made into real minifigures. So I decided to change that. I have designed a custom box with 12 unique characters straight from these classic games. Let's open them up. It's Pepper from Xtreme Stunts. LEGO has made a few sets for this theme, and Pepper is featured in most of them. In the sets, he wears his familiar pizza shirt with blue jeans. This is how we see Pepper most during the games as well. But in the final movie of Xtreme Stunts, he wears this orange jacket over his normal shirt with black jeans. He wears these clothes during the entire movie, which is strange because during filming he wears his black on black costume. CMF figures often come with 1 or 2 items. I decided to give him this board, which he used during the skydiving mission, and also a black backpack. Now, on to the next minifigure. It's Bob Longtree from Legoland. In this game you can build your own version of Legoland. It's pretty much a roller coaster tycoon game, but simplified. You can build your favorite roller coasters, shops, restaurants and plant nature elements throughout the park. And that's where Bob Longtree comes in. When you click on the greenhouse, Bob makes his appearance and you're ready to decorate the park. Just remember that there's enough variety. I've included a watering can and a pitchfork that serves as a rake. When making this I honestly thought there was a minifig size one. But there's only this pitchfork and the fabulous rake, which is way too big for a minifigure. Hopefully Bob remembers where he left it this time.
Hey Bob, watch out for that rake!
Let's take a look at the next one. It's Radium from LEGO Stunt Ready. He's the city champion and drives the iconic yellow truck. Even though he makes a very small appearance in the game, he is quite memorable. A little cutscene that plays after you defeated him always made me so sad as a child, so I let him win a couple of times. His outfit makes him appear as an Aquazone member. However, his bio tells us that he used to be a rock raider, but he was expelled for doing radioactive tests on people. Quite a bizarre bit of lore. But to reference this, I've included an energy crystal and a power drill. Alright, let's bring up the next one. It's the Brickster from the original LEGO Island. When he escapes his prison, he's on a mission to destroy LEGO Island. We have a fantastic Brickster minifigure for the Island 2 and Xtreme Stunts version, which I really like as well. But the original Brickster has a very iconic look. I think he has a bit more character in the original. I just wish that was a bit more present during the other games. For the items, I decided to give him his red laser and a pizza. I was tempted to give him the red 2x4 brick, but I thought that would be too simple. The police motorcycle would have been cool too. Anyway, let's see who we've got next. It's Sparky from LEGO Racers 2. He's known for guiding the player to become a racing champion. He's also known for talking endlessly in this weird Sims-like language. I just wish he had a bit more character in the game. It would have been fun if he made a few jokes here and there and maybe drive around in his own vehicle. Maybe people would remember him a bit better if that was the case. It was quite tricky to find an extra item that fits this character, so I gave him a gold 2x2 brick, which was used in-game for the car upgrades. Let's move on to the next one. It's Freddy Fit from LEGO Football Mania or LEGO Soccer depending on where you're from. This game is pretty much a FIFA game but simplified. During the game you visit different themes and play soccer matches against construction workers, adventurers, the Bulls, Arctic mechanics, pirates and even the Martians. The inclusion of power-ups and building your own football team was good fun. Like his look suggests, Freddy is the referee during all the matches. His look would not be complete without a red and yellow 1x2 tile for the cards and of course a football. Let's jump to the next one. It's Veronica Voltage from the original LEGO Racers. She doesn't have a huge role in the game and only makes a small appearance during the introduction of Rocket Racer, but she was the rival to beat during the time challenges. As a child I only really played the normal campaign. It was only after a very long time that I decided to do the time challenges. When you completed them all, this little cutscene plays. I remember being so excited and surprised there was even a reward at the end. During the intro of the Nintendo 64 version, Veronica Voltage can be seen with a ponytail and a finishing flag, so those were the perfect items to include. Let's check out the next one. It's the zombie worker from Alpha Team. This puzzle game is a really fun implementation of the theme. All the minifigures are produced by LEGO, even the villain and a guard. But what interested me most were Ogle's workers around the levels. You never really interact with them, you just have to avoid them, but they are an effective storytelling element during the game. Like what are they working on? What were they carrying? And what's that used for? I think the game was really good at making the player feel like there's something big happening during the puzzles. There are different types of workers, but for this series I settled on the worker with the handcart. In the game they wear a normal cap facing backwards, just like the Brickster. I thought it would be fun to give him a construction helmet instead, to change it up a little bit. Let's see who we've got next. It's the Brickster Bot from Island 2 and Xtreme Stunts. They are the robotic helpers of the Brickster. In the games they were always causing trouble in absurd ways. They are sent from Ogle Island in the second game and seem to have settled in during Xtreme Stunts. And now they work as camera crew. When I was designing this, I thought the Minecraft heads would be perfect for this. But it turns out they're quite a lot bigger than normal Brickster Bot heads, so I made them a little bit smaller. It's tricky to give this minifigure an item that matches it, but since they are really good dancers, I gave them their own radio for some good music. This is one of the minifigures that I always wanted to have as a child. And I still want one today if I'm honest. Let's continue to the next one. It's Mr. X from LEGO Stunt Rally. He's the world champion of Stunt Island. He also guides the player through the game and explains every single button. His role is very similar to Sparky in Racers 2. However, where Sparky could become very annoying after a few seconds, Mr. X had a certain charm about him. But even if you found his instructions annoying, there's a mute button. When you click it, he goes away, but only after letting you know that he doesn't fully agree with it. I thought that was funny. It was tricky choosing between him and Baron Flambeau. They both share the same head, but Mr. X looks a bit more unique to my eye. His items are a staff and a cape. Let's take a look at the next one. It's the Super Station Master from LEGO Loco. He's the one keeping watch over the train tracks. He's also the one who guides the player through the controls of LEGO Loco. He speaks in a weird language just like Sparky, but for some reason the Loco variant is a bit more pleasant to listen to. I am aware that there's an official minifigure. However, I do prefer his more determined expression you can see during the intro of LEGO Loco. It's even more apparent in Island 2 and Xtreme Stunts. In these games the colors are slightly different, so I stuck with those. I gave him his iconic red cape and also a sign. Let's unveil the final character. It's Rocket Racer from the original LEGO Racers. A Studframe Animations video wouldn't be complete with at least some reference to this character. He's the final champion of the game, and for me this is the most iconic character out of all the games. We have 2 official minifigures of this character. They are quite good, but they have a slight different design. To have one that's identical to his original look would be amazing. There's only one item that fits this character, and that will be a gold trophy. Out of all the characters we have discussed, this is the one I would love to have. Seems like our list is complete. What would your custom minifigure list look like? I'm curious what characters you would include. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.